Kungliga Vetenskapsakademin har idag beslutat att utdela 2025 års Nobelpris i fysik till John Clarke, University of California at Berkeley, USA, Michel Devoret, Yale University och University of California at Santa Barbara, USA, och John Martinis, University of California, Santa Barbara, USA, för upptäckten av makroskopisk kvantmekanisk tunnling och energikvantisering i en elektrisk krets. The Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences has today decided to award the 2025 Nobel Prize in Physics to John Clarke, University of California at Berkeley, USA, Michel Devoret, Yale University and University of California at Santa Barbara, USA, and John Martinis, University of California at Santa Barbara, USA, for the discovery of macroscopic quantum mechanical tunneling and energy quantization in an electric circuit. Professor Eriksson will now give us a short summary of the prize. Please.
This year, we celebrate the centennial anniversary of the discovery of quantum mechanics and the seminal publication of Werner von Heisenberg. This is a theory of the microcosmos, that of atoms and electrons. And there's no advanced technology used today that does not rely on quantum mechanics and quantum physics. Examples are easy to find in the room: mobile phones, computers, cameras, and the fiber optic cables that connect our world. Quantum mechanics stands on several pillars, most prominently the energy quantization and the quantum mechanical tunneling phenomenon.
This is a quantum mechanical effect that was discovered soon after Erwin Schrödinger published his famous wave equation in 1926, almost exactly 100 years ago. Soon after it was published, solutions were discovered where a particle could penetrate a classically impenetrable barrier. So to the left here, you see that exemplified by a wall, and the little boy throwing a classical ball onto the wall. It always bounces back. However, quantum mechanical particles can sometimes appear on the other side of this classically impenetrable wall, and it is as if it dug a small tunnel through the barrier. Hence the name. Soon after tunneling was discovered, it was also discovered that it's not only an astonishing theoretical prediction, it also has practical implications in the subatomic world. So to the left, you see a big nuclei, lots of protons and neutrons, and so-called alpha decay of this nuclei can be explained by the fact that the alpha particle, 2 neutrons and 2 protons, is bound, it's part and bound to the nucleus by a barrier. And classically, it would never ever leave the nucleus. However, due to quantum mechanical tunneling, it can appear outside of the nucleus, and thus you have radioactive decay. And the fact that it's quantum mechanical tells that it's a completely random process. And also by calculating the width and the height of the barrier, you can calculate the average waiting time for this decay or the half-life. So we understand that quantum mechanical tunneling is important in the subatomic world. However, can we observe larger systems that tunnel? This was a question raised by Nobel laureate Anthony Leggett in 1978. He suggested that it should be possible to observe something called macroscopic quantum tunneling in a superconducting circuit. So how should we understand this? Well, in the upper picture here, you see a normal conductor. In the normal conductor, the electrons are very individual. They are fermions, and they are very easily distracted. So if you push a current through this conductor, the electrons are easily distracted, and there is resistance. To the left, you see an illustration of macroscopic quantum tunneling. So our three laureates they push a current through the junction, and it was in a state so that it should not classically be able to switch. And yet, it switches from the 0 voltage state to the state with the voltage. Although classically, you see that it cannot switch. And if you're a physicist, you might realize that the smoking gun evidence for this macroscopic quantum tunneling are when the black dots here deviate from the diagonal line. That's where macroscopic quantum tunneling dominates. And quantum physics from the subatomic world onto electric chip. So now we had 40 years of lots of groups in the world exploring quantum physics on a chip, engineering artificial atoms, exploring quantum physics in regimes which are hard to get to with natural atoms, because you can engineer these artificial atoms. You can also couple the superconducting atoms to mechanical oscillators, and then you probe quantum properties of mechanical oscillators. And you may also have heard that this is one of the platforms where you can develop a quantum computer.